How'd the first day of practice go for you?
I think it went good, a little rusty with certain things, but that's how the first day always is.
They have a lot more firepower on offense this year, which I imagine is testing you guys a bit more on the practice field. How much is that going to help you guys?
Tremendous. Getting new looks and stuff like that, especially taking the top off. Teams love to go deep, so it's going to be something we're going to need to practice.
Coach talked about you taking lead and making calls. What does it feel like for him to have that much confidence in leading this team?
Feels great, kind of like being a coach on the field and got to be a vocal leader, so you always need that on the field too.
Obviously, a lot of new guys in the secondary. How much have you guys started to? And obviously, it's only the first day of ball camp, but starting to kind of gel and learn each other and what you guys do on the field and stuff.
It's been great, because you can see when you was looking out there, a bunch of young guys and older guys kind of mixing in when with 1, 2 periods, because you pretty know 1, 2 periods. Everybody just kind of getting work. So.
What do you think of Jade? He got a pick early, and we were able to watch earlier.
Yeah, we was very excited for that one because he missed 2 before that, so he owed us 2.
Obviously, it's safe to you and James started a lot of games here, but other than that, it's kind of not a lot of proven guys, transfers. Just watching you in practice today, it seems like you're taking responsibility to bring guys along. Just what is that like? You guys need to find some reliable backups and other safeties there too, right? Like, are you kind of taking responsibility for helping those guys develop?
Of course, because they're the guys that I need to push me, so I got to make sure they game like I am. So whatever I'm doing extra, I got to make sure I'm bringing it along. Anytime I see something, I'm saying something to them. And anytime they see something, they say something to me. Because at the same time, I'm not perfect. So at the same time, they do stuff better than I do. So we just feed off each other down.
You talked about it, I think, a little bit yesterday. Just now, an upperclassman, there's just that little extra confidence to be a leader. Like, is that kind of what it feels like for you? Does it feel different being an upperclassman and knowing people look up to you?
A little more respect. Not to say that the freshmen can't say nothing, but it's more like when you got that experience under your belt and you've been through, I guess, like down seasons like us, you know how stuff's supposed to be. So when I see something like that,
it's been like a shift culture-wise. Coaches talking about it, a lot of guys talking about this. What's your take on that? How have you played? What part have you played in that? What was it like, and what is it like now?
I think the biggest thing, like I've been saying the whole time, is seeing something and saying something. Most of the time, guys are kind of like shy away from saying it. If there was a younger guy or older guy, if they see somebody that's, say, I guess, All-American like me, they're shy away from telling somebody when they see him doing something wrong. So I think that's the big difference. We hold each other way more accountable.
What do you think was the day today offensively?
I think, I don't know, it's kind of hard to say when we don't got no gear on. Because, when they're trying to run the ball, everything kind of getting mushed up and stuff. But I think in like the individual periods, like 1-on-1, 7-on, I think the offense got the best of us today. But in the team periods, you can't really say we don't got no gear on.
Do you see any differences in Mario Cristobal at all, second year, first day?
Nothing really changed with him. He kind of what you see is what you get. So I guess he kind of keep his consistency. I think I wouldn't say he's more. I'd say he's more comfortable with us, and we're more comfortable with him. So it's kind of more, I guess, a better bond.
Cam, what has the connection been like with Coach Guidry? He's working with you guys quite a bit. I know he likes to do creative things, but maybe talking to him and kind of just working together with him, what's it been like?
It's been great. He always bringing energy and making sure you always on A1 all the time. And one thing he always is like, he's real hard coaching on us. Anytime we make a play, he's our biggest fan.
Is he saying something to you in terms of like maybe helping you on certain things? Has he helped you in particular that you can share?
Everything. It's not one thing that he don't like hone in on. So like anything I'm doing, he making sure I can get better at it.
Is the team's attitude, obviously last year didn't go the way you guys wanted. Is the team's attitude different right now than it was day one practice last year?
Can't really say the difference because I guess the first day of everything, you're gonna be excited. Everybody gonna have that energy. So I guess as we go along, you'll see a big change.
Just another question about Coach Guidry. This is your third defensive coordinator. How do they compare? How does Coach Guidry compare to Manny and Steele?
All of them good. It's too early to really tell. We ain't playing no games, and all of them, when you kind of installing, everything looks good. It is good. So we Coach Steele, like pros and cons with every coach. So.
What's up? So question, the offensive line, you guys played a whole lot together, obviously, this spring, the same five. How would you sort of judge that chemistry of day one of, real practice?
I think it's like Coach Merlo was talking about yesterday, and really this morning. It's not like today's day one of camp, right? Of camp practice, but it's really like day 65 if you include spring and summer and all the times that we've got reps together. So it's not like day one of spring where you got a bunch of new faces in together and you got to work on that chemistry. You kind of pick up where you left off. So immediately it's not, it's a lot more fluid, smooth communication, just everything that comes with it. Yeah.
What have you been doing with, the community and building with the country? I know you're talking about it, but what have you, guys been working on? How you guys, as far as that chemistry?
It's just everything. It's just everything. It starts obviously in the spring when you're out there getting reps just like we do out there, live reps. But through the summer, first on the field when you're getting the opportunities to play that stuff, we get to work together and everything, whether that's individual or that's getting together with the team. And then when you come out here and you get real reps again and it's real live football, it's the same exact thing. It just builds every single day. And then off the field, right? The longer we know each other, now are the 5 that have been out there the whole time. I've been together for 7 months or whatever now, both on the field, off the field. So it just day by day, relationships get closer, and then in turn that improves our chemistry on the field.
How about your relationship with Tyler Redback? How has that improved?
Every day, it gets better every single day. Tyler's one of the first guys, if not, I think he was the first guy on the team I met, give him a visit when he flew down. And spent those 2 days with me, and then every single day, whether again it's on the field and we're just working on communication and however I can help him and however he can help us and put him in the best situation to succeed play after play, make him comfortable as we can, and then same thing off the field in the locker room. We live in the same apartment, so we get to hang out time and time again, and it just day by day get closer and everything good.
How would you describe his personality?
Tyler is a good dude. He's a genuine guy. Tyler's one of those guys that's like he doesn't do much wrong. Just as a man, he's a good person. And sometimes maybe when y'all talk to him, whatever, he may come across as a little more quiet and timid, but he's not like that with us out there in the locker room or in the weight room or whatever it may come. He really embraces the leadership role and what a quarterback should be. He's got a loud voice and he's all around great football player, great dude. Yeah.
How does fall camp in the Miami Heat compared to Orlando Heat?
It's honestly not that different.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I did 4 camps in Orlando and Miami year round. It's gonna be hotter and day after day it's hotter. But August in Orlando isn't that much different than August down here. It's super hot. You know what I mean? So.
How far do you think you and the entire offensive line have come as far as understanding, learning Coach Dawson's offense?
Yeah, it started in the spring, and the good part, a lot of concepts and protections kind of from offense to offense are going to kind of stay the same in the run game and at least the protection part of the pass game. So there's a lot of carryover no matter kind of the offense you're in. But the new stuff and all the wrinkles and whatnot that Coach Dawson's offense brings throughout the spring, and then now it just, rep after rep, day after day, it gets easier and easier, and to the point where it's automatic. It's all you know. Yeah.
What do you like most about what the offense did today?
I think just execute. I think especially through the air and whatnot, what I did get to see through the air passing the game. I think especially when I got to see a little bit of the routes and whatnot. I think we're throwing the ball around better, and then just the crispness of hey, we're in the huddle, we break the huddle, get on the ball, make the calls, and it's a lot more automatic. Everyone can tell at least out there that we've been doing it a lot longer than spring day one.
Yeah, there are a lot of new guys at some other spots, but like you said, the O-line was all here, your quarterback's been here for a year. Does that just make it kind of easy to, there's some install still, I'm sure, but not as much, I guess, as there was.
Yeah, because install, right, when you compared to spring, when you install, you're installing a lot slower, but today we had a bunch of stuff in. We didn't run everything that we had in the book, but we ran a lot of it, a lot more than we would have on day one I installed back in March. And having the same guys, having your 5 offensive linemen carry over to fall camp and your quarterback and several other guys on the offense, it just makes things a lot more smooth because, at least with the ones, everyone knows what they're doing, right? It's a lot less mental teaching because we did it during the spring, we did it all summer, and we know what's going on. So
2 more for Matt.
Matt is the center, that's one of the goalposts in that offensive line. Just how much responsibility do you take as a leader?
Yeah, and all of it, right? As much as I can, as much as I need to on any given play or day. Because at the end of the day, right, the quarterback is the the leader of the offense, the true leader of the offense. But outside of him, I'm leading the offensive line and really the offense as well, right, behind TVD. So TVD always gets final say of this and that, and that's great because he's the quarterback. But I have to do the same stuff every single day, and it's supremely important, especially getting him, the right guard, the right tackle, left tackle, if we're on 11 or 12 personnel, the tight ends in the run game on the same page. If it's pass protection, getting the back or whoever's in the protection outside the O-line, everyone's got to be on the same page. So
how are you feeling health-wise?
Feel good. It's been a long off season, but I've been working a lot, and I feel like I'm back.
How does the first day of fall camp this year compare to this time last year?
I think guys are more in shape. Mentally, it's going to be tougher, and I'm just excited to see what they do with pass.
Let me always ask you this: do you consider yourself a defensive end or a defensive tackle?
I think I'm a hybrid. I can play both. I like to play both. So yeah, it's a hybrid. That's what I consider myself.
What's the most fun for you?
I like playing inside on passage downs because guards it's a bit slower and I have slower feet, and I can have a better rush, a better opportunity to win the rush against them. But I think I'm equally. Both inside and outside are equally as well.
Do you think you're going to be playing a little more there this year because some guys who left in the offseason?
I think so. I don't think it's on passage downs we're going to try to move it inside so we're going to better rush. I don't know.
What have you been working on to get your game together?
I've been working on my physicality, my footwork, and my hands. A big part of my game last year I feel like I lacked was hand control, just body control in general. So I've been working on that a lot in the offseason.
How's that been?
What was can you tell us a little bit the injury recovery timeline, like what your summer was like, all that kind of stuff?
Well, summer was tough, especially from.
So you were out for all of spring, right? If I remember correctly.
No, I came back in spring. I did a little bit in spring.
Okay.
But so after the Pittsburgh game, I got surgery. I was struggling with an injury throughout the whole season. But I got back. I was able to come back in the fall for spring ball. I participated a little bit in that because we were low numbers. And then now I'm fully out.
What was this?
How limited were you?
What was this?
It was a foot. Yeah, right.
What was wrong with it? Sorry.
I had just torn like a ligament.
But the same injury that bothered me earlier in the season, this one game, same thing.
Okay, this is a big year for you. Do you feel like one of the older guys now? Are you trying to be more of a leader?
Yeah, I do feel like an older guy, and also I'm trying to be more of a leader. I'm trying to be more vocal. Last year, I felt like I was more quiet, just because I was new to the program. I was trying to acclimate myself. I wasn't just trying to prove a point, just trying to prove who I was. But this year, I feel like I'm more vocal, especially to the young guys. I love helping the young guys. Any question anybody has, I'm always there for them.
Speaking of one of those young guys, Coach Guidry said that yourself and Ruben Bain were the two guys on the team that can play both inside and outside. How have you really kind of taken him under your wing and just kind of explain your relationship with him?
I have a good relationship with Ruben. My guy. I see a lot of myself in him. We have a similar body type. We can play inside and outside. He's a heavier end, which gives us the ability to do that. Every time he's up, I always pay attention to him. I try to coach him as much as I can. And when he has any questions, he'll ask me about it. And he's really on my back about a lot of things. Like today, I started a little bit slow. He was on my back, and he got me pumped up.
What do you think you see Leonard take a next step?
I think Leonard took a big step mentally. He's getting smarter in the game, and I feel like he's putting a lot more time and effort into his personal growth.
Do you feel like Messi encroached on your territory a little bit?
Pardon?
Do you feel like Messi encroached on your territory a little bit?
Messi?
You're Messi, right?
No, Messi's a goal. Hopefully I can see him one day.